Rival of the two teams, the flags making their way out here. For 30 years, this competition has been gracing the stage in the ASEAN region. The jewel in the crown, the 16th edition of this competition. Will there be a surprise package, I wonder, among the teams that make it out of the group this season? Will it be Indonesia, who again can get through? Can they get over the line finally after 6 runners-up appearances? Can Cambodia cause an upset here tonight in their second match of this ASEAN Hyundai Cup 2026? Well, players are lined up, they're ready to go, and as always it will be the two national anthems, the Cambodian anthem followed by that of Indonesia. Or of course, if needed. We've already had 1 or 2 VAR decisions. Let's take a look at the Indonesian lineup. Just a 5th side selected by John Herdman. Plenty of experience. Captain Ridho has over 50 caps. Mark Klock is the top scorer in the 11 with 5 goals. Mitch Baker makes his debut, just the 2nd player to make a debut under John Herdman. They'll line up in a 3-4-3 formation. And there are 4 uncapped players on the bench as well. Brian Futari, Tim Gaipens among them. Plenty of chances for new faces in the side to make an impact for Indonesia in this competition. A change strip for Cambodia tonight. Yudai there, number 6, was booked in the first game. Here are the 2 captains, Kim Hoi, the goalkeeper, and Rizzi Ridho, the most capped player in the Indonesian team. Referee is Kim Woo-sung, 39-year-old Korean, the man who took charge at the beginning of this year from Consett in Northern England. So they've been coaching predominantly in Canada since then, and Koji Gayatoku, the Japanese coach in charge of Cambodia, who also looks after the youth setup and the women's side as well. Indonesia have come so close to winning this competition, 6 times runners-up. And as we celebrate 30 years of the jewel in the crown of ASEAN football, will this finally be their year? So Cambodia were a different side in the second half in the first match, but they'll need to play like that for 90 minutes for their coach if they are to get a result here in what is a really fiery atmosphere in Bogor. Fans taking the opportunity to come out and get a rare opportunity to see the national team for the first time here since 2022, sorry. That's the first quarter of the game going Cambodia's way. An early chance to get some height forward from the back here. Be a really good start if they could put some pressure on it. Yudai that will take the corner. Bouncing awkwardly, stabbed away by Patinama. Sartai. Really tricky character when he's on the ball. We saw that in the first game. Goes down under a challenge. There's no foul though. Indonesia have dealt with that first little bit of pressure. There's good play by Mitch Baker, who recently acquired his citizenship for Indonesia. He was pretty much called up into the squad straight away by John Herdman. Only achieved his citizenship about 10 days ago. They're getting a debut tonight. He's obviously very highly rated. He's only 19 years of age, Mitch Baker. Born in Melbourne. Quite a few naturalised players within this Indonesian lineup. Again, good defending from Sovan. Scored that brilliant goal in the second half to level things up in the first game. Sovan Uk. Did see some great goals in that first 2 match days. Plenty of goals scored. I think the interesting thing as well over those 2 match days that all the matches were won by the away team. On Friday and Saturday, Singapore bucked the trend earlier. Flick header! Brilliant! Mitch Baker marks his debut with a goal. It's taken him just 5.5 minutes to break the deadlock. And the man who's only just become an Indonesian citizen has become an Indonesian hero already. First goal of this ASEAN Hyundai Cup tie. And it's the home side that lead by a goal to nil. Mitch Baker, lovely ball as well. Reinders with a bit of space to work in. Baker's in the middle! And Mitch Baker gets his second goal of the game. What a debut this is turning into for the 19-year-old. Emotionless, the coach, but he will be delighted. Called into the squad just days after his naturalisation. And now he has 2 goals to his name. It was a lovely move from start to finish. A great team goal from Indonesia. And Baker with his second goal of the match. Carved open that Cambodian defence. Quarter of an hour gone. Indonesia 2 up. Indonesia lead. Well, can Mitch Baker join an elite band? There have only ever been 7 hat-tricks in ASEAN Championships. But an Indonesian, Bambang Pamungkas, has scored 2 of them. One of those came in a 4-2 win over Cambodia back in 2002. Mitch Baker is on a hat-trick. The precision of the passing for that goal was really special from Indonesia. I've had the benefit, as we mentioned, of being together for a long time. 5th of June they went to Bali. Big player. Behind closed doors warm-up match against Bali. They won by 3 goals to nil. Mitch Baker was actually on the score sheet then as well. It doesn't count to his international tally because he was an unofficial friendly. But he's clearly caught the eye of the coaching staff. Plays his club football in America with Georgetown Hoyas. Other side to play for Indonesia. Pamungkas twisting and turning. Shin Tae-yong was the coach that was in charge for that 2024 ASEAN Championship campaign. He departed soon afterwards. Also had a defeat to China around that time as well, when they felt it was time for a change. Went down the Dutch road with Patrick Kluivert, but having failed to qualify for the World Cup, Kluivert departed. So unlike Herdman, Kluivert did give 8 debuts to players. Herdman has kept a fairly settled side from what he was presented with. Klopp. Ball loops up off Kim Hoi, who half punches away. Missed kick in the penalty area. Pressure coming from Indonesia once more. This is Putaran. Mark Klopp once again. Lovely ball down the line. Great ball across. Inches away from a hat-trick Baker. Good save, Kim Hoi. And eventually Cambodia hooked the ball away. Well, how has that stayed out? Klopp. Bamungkas. Mark Klopp again. He really is pulling the strings in midfield at the moment. Reinders. Lovely flick. Here they come again. Baker waits. Not needed. Hits the post. He wanted it played to feet. Just too far ahead of him to get a touch there. Putaran. You fear for this Cambodian defence when Indonesia are in such potent form attacking at the moment. Klopp's won it back again. Really is the standout performer for them at the moment. It is Baker that's got the 2 goals. Here's Sandy. Reinders. Beckham. Beckham again. He has a brother called Gianzola who plays for Semen Padang. Really coming from a footballing family. Here he is again. Nicely taken on the chest by Reinders. Couldn't turn though, good defending from Ratana. The referee with an offside in there or a foul in there, but it is a free kick. Tom Hay there, won a number of Persib Bandung players in the side. Won the title last season with Persib Bandung. It was great success down there under Boyan Hodak, who has now left the club. Was right in the thick of it. Kim Hoi didn't get there. But Sandy did, and Sandy Walsh, another of the Persib contingent, makes it 3-0. Goalkeeper came and didn't claim it, and he gets his 4th goal for Indonesia. Just got there ahead of Kim Hoi, the goalkeeper. This is turning into a very, very good first half for Indonesia. All smiles. Rightly so as well. It was a great delivery from Tom Hay. He has only just signed for Persib Bandung, Sandy Walsh, so he'll be looking forward to get his campaign underway. Was at Putaran United last season, had great success there, and he's having great success here in this ASEAN Hyundai Cup 2026, getting his first goal of the competition. Prior to this season, or this year rather, Indonesia, they were invited to the FIFA series where they beat St Kitts and Nevis 4-0, lost to Bulgaria, and then 2 friendlies in the summer, beating Oman and Mozambique. So a good record for John Herdman. 3 wins out of 4, and already you feel heading towards another one here, unless Cambodia can stage what would be a stunning recovery. turned on by Tom Hay. Baker, who's right in the action all over the field at the moment. Beckham is too high, headed away by Ratana. Looks like Cambodia have dropped Yuday back to almost as a third central defender. See everything laying heavily in Indonesia's favour at the moment. They've got another corner really for Cambodia. Well, that's squeezed in somehow. Cambodia's first shot on target has found its way in, and it's Suk Meng, the fullback, that squeezed that one home. Well, that's caught the goalkeeper completely unawares from the corner. Well, he's bent that ball in towards the near post, and Kim Hoy just got his angles all wrong. Nadio Winata rather trying to push that one away. Not near anybody in the same colour shirt. Well, there goes the referee's whistle at half-time. What a half for Indonesia. What a start for Mitch Baker and his international career. Scored the opening goal after 6 minutes with a back header, and it was on the end of a really flowing move after a quarter of an hour for the second. Sandy Walsh added a third as the home team, under John Herdman's guidance, very much in control. Half-time in this ASEAN Hyundai Cup 2020. Mitch Baker had a couple of goals. Nadio Winata there, the goalkeeper rather, was. Let's hope he has a quiet night. Cambodia did have a goal ruled out for offside with the VAR, and they make 5 changes tonight to Friday's lineup. The one that was beaten by Singapore: Song Men Chia, Sohana Sos, Sa Tai, and David Yem and Chantia, all come in. 3 of those came off the bench in that first game to try and turn things around in a much better second half for Koji Gokutoku's side. 3 of the 5 who drop out are on the bench, including Bento Fernandes, who won his first cap against Singapore and actually looked quite lively in that first half, as did number 19 Soka, who started at left back. But those 2 dropping out tonight. Rado added that injection of pace when he came on in that first match. Well, can they upset this big crowd tonight, I wonder? The ASEAN Hyundai Cup looking for its first real upset of this competition. John Herdman, the man who took charge at the beginning of this year from Consett in Northern England, to try and turn things around in a much better second half for Koji Gokutoku's side. 3 of the 5 who drop out are on the bench, including Bento Fernandes, who won his first cap against Singapore. Cambodia, confirm those Indonesian changes for you in a moment. Celebrating 30 years, the jewel in the crown of ASEAN football. The ASEAN Hyundai Cup 2026 is underway in the second half. Will we see a better performance from Cambodia? That's given away cheaply, and a chance straight away here for Indonesia. Baker sliced the shot wide. It's presented straight to the substitute, AGMV. Another good ball in. Baker! That's the hat-trick! Well, he had a trial run a moment or so ago. It's a header from a very similar position, and this time he has scored. He becomes the 8th person to score a hat-trick in the ASEAN Championship. And fresh off the back of a former Indonesian player, Bambang Pamungkas, who scored a hat-trick in a 4-2 win over Cambodia in 2002. Mitch Baker has added his name to that roll of honour. Loose in the box, empty net! Rolled in by Jens Raven, who marks his debut with a goal. Well, Mitch Baker earlier on with a hat-trick. Jens Raven, who moved to Bali United last season, gets the goal. And I think he's coming across to get the congratulations of his coach. It was a real mess at the back from Cambodia. It was hooked by Tum Makara. Well, the goalkeeper's appealing for offside, but it came off the defender, so... Well, these new players in the squad working for John Herdman and co. Jens Raven makes it 5. And Indonesia are cruising. Cambodia looking like they're going to be well beaten here. Still trying to press, trying to get forward. Hay continues to control things in midfield, just in front of his back three. Brian Fatari. Lifted over the top towards Igi Fikri. Nicely held up, trying to twist and turn in the corner. I think that took a double deflection, came off the Indonesian player last. Fikri, who was called back into the squad again by John Herdman. He'd not played since September 2025 when he came up against Chinese Taipei. Yeah, that's been in and out of Indonesian squads. Well, the attempts up to 22 now, 12 on target. What an attacking display it's been by Indonesia in this ASEAN Hyundai Cup match. They might have more to offer yet. Tom Hay. Waiting in the middle, lovely ball in, almost reaches Igi MV, blocked in front of the keeper, and it's going to roll in with the aid of a deflection. Oh, the referee's ruled it out, handball. Well, the Korean referee said there was a hand there, so he's disallowed the goal. I'm sure VAR will have a look. Igi MV had the shot. The referee was pretty well placed. Was there much of an arm? Or was it an arm? It's headed away by Vacuum. Just seemed to hit him. I think he tried to get his arm out of the way. It looked like it hit him on the chest, but the arm was in front of the chest, and the referee saw it, disallowed the goal. VAR will just be checking. Yeah, referee just holding play up for a moment. Side get a thumbs up from John Herdman. The crowd gets a thumbs up from John Herdman. That was handball. Good spot by the referee. All the matches that Herdman's been in charge of so far have all been in Indonesia. The game in Timor-Leste on the 31st will be the first time he's taken his squad away from home. if they play like this, they will be a big test for Timor-Leste, who conceded 7 against Vietnam. Lovely back heel from kemerdekaan. Sadil tripped right on the edge of the area. This is a really good chance. We're into 4 minutes added time at the end of the 90. Sadil moved the ball out of his feet really well. The defender could do. Be a dangerous one for the goalkeeper, Tom Hay. Will whip this one in, just 3 in the wall for Kim Hoi. Two players in front of the goalkeeper trying to block his view. Now they'll move out of the way because they'll be called offside if this goes straight in. Whipped in by Hay, double punch away by Kim Hoi. Reinders. Kemerdekaan. Reinders. Just too much on that, or it might still fall here for Kemerdekaan. Ridho across, bobbling around in front of goal, and no one able to get a good touch inside the 6-yard box. And the goalkeeper gathers. Loose in the box, empty net! Rolled in by Jens Raven, who marks his debut with a goal. Mitch Baker earlier on with the hat-trick. Jens Raven, who moved to Bali United last season, gets the goal. And I think he's coming across to get the congratulations of his coach. It was a real mess at the back from Cambodia. It was hooked by Tum Makara. Well, the goalkeeper's appealing for offside, but it came off the defender, so... These new players in the squad working for John Herdman and co. Jens Raven makes it 5. And Indonesia are cruising. Some respectability, but the ball goes out of play. And that will be the full-time whistle as the Korean referee brings the game to a close. An impressive performance from John Herdman's Indonesia. Mitch Baker was the standout performer with the hat-trick on his debut. Sandy Walsh scored a brilliant goal as well. And Jens Raven, another debutant coming off the bench to get his first goal as well. And they have laid down a marker. The jewel in the crown of ASEAN football has witnessed a good individual performance by Mitchell Baker. Sadio came on in the second half and